Camp Cretaceous Season 5 is a little over 2 months away now, and we've had the teaser trailer and it showed us some great scenes in there and some great bits and pieces. But what if I told you we are going to see the white prototype INDORAPTOR and the Spinoceratops come face to face in a battle in Camp Cretaceous Season 5? Well, stay tuned because I have some information and theories on just that, and if you don't want any spoilers for Season 5, I recommend turning this video off now. Right, with that, let's get straight into it. So hello everybody and welcome to today's video with me, Shadows, where we're going to be talking about the prototype INDORAPTOR, the white INDORAPTOR, being in Season 5 and what is going to happen with them Spinoceratops also in Season 5. Are they going to come face to face? Well, that's something we're going to talk about today because we didn't see anything in relation to the Spinoceratops in the teaser trailer, which was very, very interesting. Obviously it was just a teaser trailer, but there wasn't even a single still or frame of that Spinoceratops, which we know is a huge hybrid for Manticore from Season 4. Now, how will the INDORAPTOR indeed turn up in Season 5, and how will it even attack the campers and the Spinoceratops? Well, good question, because I have got some theories and some evidence which may support that we could see this prototype white INDORAPTOR. Now, we know there are going to be links to Jurassic World Dominion from Camp Cretaceous Season 5, and I believe it is going to show us how they evolved their technology, because we know from the teaser trailer that they're going to be controlling these dinosaurs via these control pads. We've seen it in the teaser, we see them free controllers with the free dinosaurs, and we see that they're remote controlling these dinosaurs. Now that is different to what happens in Fallen Kingdom, because the INDORAPTOR is actually controlled by a laser, and it's actually confirmed that Jurassic World Dominion, when they're controlling the Atrociraptors, that they're going to be controlling them via laser. So why would they have moved away from actual remote control dinosaurs with these dinosaur chips from 2016? Because it seems like using a laser to control them is a backward step. Now what we could actually see happen in Camp Cretaceous Season 5 is they pit these two technologies against each other. We could see the INDORAPTOR prototype being controlled with a laser, and we could see the dinosaurs which are being controlled by these control pads and these controllers, and they could actually face them off against each other to see which is better, which is a better control type. Because obviously if they're controlling these dinosaurs with a control pad, it's going to be very difficult for them to obviously map out all the controls to make them attack their targets. They'd obviously visually have to stay with them all the time, and I don't think there'd be enough buttons on a controller to fight a potential target or another dinosaur, and it'd be very difficult because obviously if they don't have the controls or the controls are not quite there, the dinosaur would literally be standing there being attacked. Now with the laser technology, they would literally just point and the dinosaur would do its own thing. So we could see the INDORAPTOR prototype come into it and then face each other off with these technologies, because we know Manticore is very much about dinosaur rings, dinosaur fights, and we know that Dr. Wu in 2016 to 2018 would have been making the INDORAPTOR we see in Fallen Kingdom, but that is obviously not the complete INDORAPTOR, because they wanted a perfected white INDORAPTOR which was using Blue's DNA. So could we see that prototype INDORAPTOR in Season 5? Which brings me into my next point about the Spinoceratops. Now obviously if they've used these technologies and they've faced off against each other, they're obviously going to come to the conclusion that this laser technology is better, because we see that in Fallen Kingdom and we've seen it in Dominion. Now they'd obviously have to come to that conclusion somehow and realise this is better. So what happens if they actually use this prototype white INDORAPTOR to attack specified targets? Now what happens if they use this laser technology for the INDORAPTOR to actually attack them hybrids, Angel and Rebel, the Spinoceratopses? Because we don't actually see them at all in the teaser trailer, we don't even see them at all, not even a single frame. So does that mean something's going to happen to them? Does it mean they're going to have a huge significant part in Season 5's downfall? Because we know that they're not in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and we know they're not in Jurassic World Dominion. Have they safely been taken to into a sanctuary somewhere at the end of Season 5 that we don't know about, or have they been attacked by the white Indoraptor? Now, I'm not dismissing the fact that the Spinosaurus, the Baryonyx and Toro are controlled by these control pads. I believe that they are going to be freed in some shape or form, which I've covered in a separate video. But I also believe that they're going to show the making of this laser controlling technology, because that will set up Fallen Kingdom and it will set up Dominion. Now, also the fact that Dr. Wu even said in the events of Fallen Kingdom that he is working on other iterations of the Indoraptor. Now, this is in 2018, so he could have already have made the white Indoraptor as one of the first iterations for this laser technology and tested it in comparison with this controller technology with these chips, and proved that the Indoraptor technology is far superior, because otherwise you would have seen them being remote controlled with chips in Fallen Kingdom and in Jurassic World Dominion, which isn't the case. They're using the laser technology. We also know from deleted scenes in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom that there were supposed to be 2 Indoraptors, very much like in original Jurassic World where there were going to be 2 Indominuses but she ate her sibling. The same thing was going to happen in Fallen Kingdom where they were going to have a white Indoraptor and a black Indoraptor. But I believe they could have easily have had the same thing and just had the white Indoraptor in a facility on Manticore Island rather than kept in Lockwood Manor, because we know them links are going to be there, and we know it's just a little bit before the events of Fallen Kingdom, and we know it's all going to tie together nicely. So I for one believe we could see some type of iteration of the Indoraptor in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 5, and we could see that then line up to the future events. Now, even if it is just some type of cameo of Dr. Wu preparing to make the Indoraptor, we could see that's a way we could feature it. Obviously, for a full feature of the Indoraptor, personally I think it would be unlikely, but I would love to see it. But it would line up perfectly to the story where Dr. Wu is making the Indoraptor, because we know that's what's currently happening in the timeline of Camp Cretaceous. So they're going to have to give it some type of nod, some type of acknowledgement to show that they've made this Indoraptor, or that they've indeed started it, or that there is one in Camp Cretaceous Season 5. I think it would be great for them to feature a prototype version in Season 5 and explore that with this controller technology, because we know very much that controller technology is there, like I said previously, and we know that they're going to move on to use the laser technology rather than the chips. So we'll have to see that in Camp Cretaceous and see that this laser technology is superior to the chips in some shape or form, because otherwise they'd be using that in Dominion and they'd be using that in Fallen Kingdom. They'd just be remote controlling the Indoraptor instead, but for some reason they obviously don't use that, which I believe is going to be shown to us in Camp Cretaceous Season 5. They could use the Indoraptor again in Season 5 somehow, and even then recapture it if they're letting it loose in these dinosaur rings and take it away. It doesn't have to be killed off. It could be used prior to the events of Fallen Kingdom, so they're testing it in these dinosaur rings, so to speak, against the Spinoceratops, against these controlled dinosaurs, and they could be like, well, actually we've tested it, we think the laser technology is better. They take it away from the dinosaur rings and then take it back to Lockwood Manor. They could be using it as a testing facility for the technology, which makes a lot of sense in my eyes, especially where Fallen Kingdom was in the timeline. But again, this is just a theory, and I would love to see the white Indoraptor appear, attack the campers, attack other dinosaurs, go completely rogue, and then it'd be recaptured or whatever it's going to be to fit into the story and the lore. But this is just my take on it and my excitement overflowing. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's a viable theory? We obviously know it's going to have to show up as a cameo in some shape or form to acknowledge the events of Fallen Kingdom. It even says in the teaser that the kingdom has now fallen, a direct reference to Fallen Kingdom in some shape or form. But what do you think? Are we going to see that Indoraptor? Are we not? Is it just going to be a cameo? Would you like to see the Indoraptor? That is the question. Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to read your theories and thoughts, because I read every comment and I reply to every comment. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Check out all my other videos on the channel. There's absolutely loads of them. You'll enjoy them. I'm Shadows, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.